Can we instant transform at 300? You're shitting me! Brother. Hey guys, MrPokke here. So today we are gonna be going through the 1 versus $2,000 Silver Wolf level 99, going from E0 S0 all the way up until E6 S5, using the as relatable of a team as possible, which is going to be EMC, which by the way can be unlocked early because devs have listened and you can in fact unlock this early with a relatable Yao Guang. I've nerfed Bro's build to be as bad as possible, running this S5 mushroom as well as the Hue, because Hue is Hue. Also, I'm leaving this battle pass like code at S1 just to make it even more relatable, testing out on the anomaly arbitration night 1. And without further ado, bada boom bada bing bada. A very interesting song, right? Hopefully this guy doesn't punch me in the face. Oh, fantastic RNG. You're gonna hit that over there. Okay, so this is what happens if you do not have Yao Guang's S1. So you can't get an instant out, but it's gonna be fine because of the power of Hue Hue. So Hue Hue is just gonna give this up over here. Alright, then we are just gonna pop open an ultimate. Very nice. Alright, then this is gonna give me additional punch lines. Okay, that's very good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop that. That is gonna be very good. Okay, we are gonna slap this back on and then we're gonna start roaring. And yes, you guys can see just now, even if you were to activate EMC's ultimate early before Silver Wolf goes into the enhanced state, she will still proc her enhanced elation skill after she transforms immediately, right? So we are just gonna let this go at a E0 S0 damage over here for 1.5 million, which honestly is not too bad for 1.5 million. All right. And then bro is gonna roll for 990k, getting us the 135 hidden MMR, which means that we are gonna be getting the additional 30% damage multiplier coming from our basic attack right here. EMC is just gonna go for the punch. We do get a swipe, and then that thing of a ball is gonna do absolutely nothing. And then this is gonna start slamming all of them damage for a whopping 2.5 million damage, which is going to be not too shabby if I can say so myself. I do have one more enhanced basic attack to go before we are gonna be leaving out from our state. Alright, this is gonna activate our next elation skill bonus. This is gonna be 163 coming down for 928,000 damage. EMC is always gonna be casting Bro's skill. Don't really need to think too much about it. I am gonna wait for Silver 9 to expire. So once Bro is gonna be expiring, we'll immediately let go of our transformation. Right, we'll immediately let go of our transformation. That is a good amount of punch lines right here. Alright, so this is gonna instantly give us this as fast as possible because I want to get back into my ultimate state, which is really good. Alright, then Hue Hue is gonna be taking a punch over here, which means we are gonna be able to get our even Nisia ultimate, which means we are gonna be able to get ourselves the Silver Wolf ultimate. And in case you guys are wondering why Silver Wolf's hidden MMR was so high just now, it's because we have the power of a slightly unrelatable Yao Guang. So if you are gonna be running with a E0 or even E1 Yao Guang, the punch line is definitely not gonna be as fast, but I would say E1 Yao Guang from 20 to 40 is definitely gonna be able to help a little bit in that regard over there, right? So that is gonna be a 2.8 million over there, gets us the basic attack. We're gonna be going on over here, and Hue Hue is gonna be in fact on Bailu's S5 because Bailu is Bailu, if I can say so myself. And then this is gonna get into over here, and then for a very important thing, since this is gonna be the Honkai blast, even Nisia Silver Wolf really wants to make sure that you want to get this to 120 as fast as possible, so that we can get our highest possible amount of EBA damage, which means that because we are not going to be able to get Sparksy, our punchline generation is going to be slightly slower, since Sparksy definitely generates more compared to EMC right there. Not that EMC is too far off, but we are going to be able to essentially get this ultimate, and we should be getting a pretty decent 0 cycle dispatch when we are going to be getting this Bombo Blast. 32 AV remaining, which means that when they are going to hit us over here, we are definitely clearing by Silver Wolf's next enhanced basic. So we should be looking at a roughly 67, no 27, right? 20. Oh, so it was a 0 cycle at 33 AV remaining, running this E0 S0 Silver 9. Now we are just gonna jump straight into changing out our weapon for her signature weapon right here, which we are just gonna slowly and carefully raise this up. Also, I just want to say, chat, this low cortisol mode is actually really nice on my throat, because I don't have to scream and shout and be like, and then we're just gonna crop all this part out, Mr. Editor, because we do not need to see myself raising up like codes in the final YouTube video. Oh, fun fact, when bro dabs, you kind of want him to do this. Hardy Laughter is 10% more elation, so you actually deal a little bit more damage on wave 1 if you want to min-max for like 0 cycles and everything. Alright, so that's gonna be that. Okay, so we are just going to activate this over here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it about this music is a little bit old, so I'm just gonna turn on song request, which means that we are gonna listen to some very, very good songs requested by chat right here. Okay, alright, so we are just gonna hope that this okay, at least Huanwei didn't get crowd control, which is really, really good. So same issue because we do not have Yao Guang's S1, which is gonna be a little bit unfortunate. I'm just gonna go for the basic, activate our ultimate, cars our Yao Guang skill into Silver Wolf into EMC. So this is gonna come right here, and then we are gonna be getting our ultimate on this right here. 40 punchline is gonna be very, very beneficial for our punchline generation. Alright, then we are gonna just activate this ultimate right here. Alright, even more punchlines from the chicken, and then once that's gonna be done, I will activate EMC's ultimate to give us additional punchlines to get us to 120 as fast as possible. Honkai. Alright, our first EVA is not gonna be doing too much damage because we are not gonna be at 120 EMR just yet. Very, very nice 74 hidden MMR is gonna be coming down to this right here. Alright. Misete Ampaka. So our rev damage actually already went up to 1.37 million. I'm not sure if y'all saw just now, because back in S0 we were dealing at 950k. So our breath damage already did like around 400k-ish more, which is honestly a pretty considerable amount. So we're just gonna take this basic over here, pop this bada bingo over here, gives us the break, and let's just see if our EBA is gonna be able to deal how much higher, because just thought it was around 2 million. So with this, EBA is gonna be... Okay, our damage with the S1 actually went up substantially. So we went from a 2 million, 2.1 million to an almost 3 million, accounting for a very, very significant damage increase, if I can say so myself. I think the biggest reason definitely is also because the power of defense down stacking, and the fact that our Yao Guang is not going to be as relatable, because it is going to be a unrelatable Yao Guang over there. This is going to be one target, pop this about the bitches. How the hell is that? Okay, very, very nice. Alright, we are not going to be casting our EMC ultimate because I want to save my punchlines for the next wave. Alright, good amount of damage. Right, 2.3 million, and then we are just gonna instantly pop this back in. So I would say for that particular scenario, we went from 2 to 2.3, so roughly a 300k damage increase from a 2 million hit at essentially E0S0 over here. So this is gonna pop back in, see if we get an ultimate. No, we do not, because this game hates me. I'm just gonna pop this and hopefully get ourselves the ultimate, as I'm gonna be drinking a sip of water. This is very good. Oh, shit, though. Wait, speaking of pools, that is a great point. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Can I please just have 1 second? We are now gonna let this go. That is really, really good. For a 2.4 million damage, which is absolutely absurd. Gets us to 100. Holy shit, I'm going transparent, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, for 1 split second that I got distracted by chat, I did in fact press the wrong button, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate. But even that being established, I don't think it would have changed too much, because we are gonna be able to clear. Holy shit, did the chicken just wipe out everyone? Bro just killed 3 of bro's teammates, which is kind of interesting. But this is gonna be a 75 AV clear. I would say we sped up by roughly 40-ish AV, saving us up a roughly 1 turn difference from a E0S0 to a E0S1, right? So now we are just gonna jump straight into Aether editing Eidolon 1. 20% damage increase, as well as retaining 20% of your hidden MMR, which means that your transformation is definitely gonna be at least a little bit faster, if I can say so myself, right? So at this point of the video, we are just gonna do the exact same thing again. I would say in terms of E1 value, it is probably about as good as a Firefly E1, because unlike a lot of tourists and HSR LARPers, Firefly E1 is honestly not that bad, because she does face like considerable skill point issues, and the E1 definitely fixes that by quite a bit. So not the best possible E1, but I will put it like up there. I'll put it up there. So let's just pop this back in. This is always gonna be the same because we didn't activate our Yao going S1. So we're just gonna do that, and then we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna pop this, and we're gonna pop that again, right? So because this does in fact help us reach our transformation faster from the second transformation onwards, you won't really see this effect as prominently, but 20% damage vulnerability is still going to be always greatly appreciated, if I can say so myself, right? So this is just gonna immediately jump back down. All right, we are just going to get ourselves the Bombo Blast. All right, can we just get ourselves this thingy right here, and then we're gonna get our Honkai Blast to slam on to the rest of the units right there. All right, all right, all right. Misete. So 1.5 million. The damage increase is not that big, so we got around from 1.3 million to 1.5 million from the E0 to E1. The main effect is definitely tied towards the hidden MMR refund, but let's just see how much more damage this is gonna be. 3.2, 3.9 million. Okay, so we went from 3.2 to 3.9 million. Yeah, 20% damage increase, roughly 21% damage increase. So exactly what you are gonna be getting from the additional 20% vulnerability. So pretty decent, pretty decent. All right, let's just get ourselves the skill right here, and then this is gonna slam back down for a big bounce, and then our Silver Wolf is gonna be able to slam the Honkai Blast onto a single target. 1 million single target, instantly getting onto the next wave. I am just gonna pop that, save our skill points after Silver Wolf transforms, so I can come back into my ultimate as soon as possible. So all this is gonna go. Very, very good. All right, so this is gonna go back, and you can see because of this is the real value of E1. So because of the E1, after I cast my EMC ultimate, I can immediately jump right back into my ultimate with essentially 0 downtime. Right, this is literally 0 downtime. I'm gonna just pop open a Yao Guang ultimate to apply our vulnerability debuff, as well as giving us additional punch lines to make our damage multiplier from our base to just go up a little bit higher. So I would say, honestly speaking, even if, let's just say for example, I didn't activate Mr. Magic and Eru, right, my editor only got an E1 Silver Wolf, it is still a really, really decent E1, right? So this is just gonna come back down to a little bit more, and then we're gonna boom, even more boom booms for maximum amount of boom booms. And then the boom is gonna boom. And then after Huehuen, it's gonna be able to cast Bro's ultimate right here. I don't really care about the skill points whatsoever because we are gonna be able to get an AoE attack. Alright, Yao Guang is just gonna be going for the basic, and then we are just gonna be going for that. So this is going to be a it is definitely gonna be a 106 AV clear. So we clear by once again roughly 30 AV faster, saving us from the chicken's movements in terms of damage amplification, if I can say so myself, right? So with that being established, we are now going to move on into the big boy, the game-changing Eidolons. So personally speaking, I think out of a lot of the usual DPS E2s that we have seen for like a couple billion years, anything that gives you extra turn, it's usually game-changing. I'm talking E2 Firefly, E2 Herda, E2 Finon, E2 Castris, not as much, but it's still action value and the dragon damage, so it's gonna be fine. And once again, we're gonna be having the extra turn E2 Silver Wolf. Now, there is one thing I want to establish first, which is you can notice that just now when I'm playing with E2, because this is with a unrelatable Yao Guang, right? This Yao Guang is giving us a lot more punchlines. There is an inherent problem as of this very moment with this E2, as in this E2's full potential cannot be fully utilized because the teams that we have as of this very moment cannot consistently give us 240 hidden MMR without elation show environments. And the number one culprit for that is none other than this red right here, right? Because when we do get ourselves an elation sustain, if that said elation sustain can also give us punchline generation, then that is when I think the power of the E2 will be a lot more better demonstrated, because you should be able to consistently get the second 240, which means that your overall damage will go up by a lot because it is essentially an entire EBA turn, and majority of Silver 9's damage is going to be coming from the EBA, right? So Yao Guang is going to be activating this, activating this, activating this. Let's take a peep over here. Okay, chat, you know what, I'ma keep it a buck. Yo, I'ma keep it a buck. This low voice is so nice. Silver Wolf is not gonna get caught, which is very good. And then we are gonna just keep it over here. Now if I can just kindly keep it a buck right now, we can just instantly activate our Yao Guang ultimate into once again our Silver Wolf ultimate, which is going to be very nice. If chat says kill that boy one more time, I will literally punch them from across the face, which is gonna be absolutely exceptional. We are gonna be getting the additional transformation, and this will then give me back our additional punchline generation. Paka, me said there 1 million damage. Alright, let's see the power of that E2 Silver Wolf, right? E2 Silver Wolf. Alright, good amount of damage. 2 million for this wave, which is gonna be kind of okay. So this will then give my Silver Wolf the additional turn, because we're definitely gonna be able to get ourselves enough hidden MMR right here. Alright, so this triggers our extra turn. Then bada boom, bada bang, and we are just gonna clear out this entire wave for a very nice little 3.8 million. So you can see that my damage actually didn't change by that much, right? It is almost the... I have to realize that bro turns into... What the f is that? Is that normal? Oh, it's a bug. Oh shit, that is a crazy ass looking bug, bruh. Okay, so let's just pop that over there. I mean, indie company is an indie company at the end of the day, right? So we are just gonna be able to kill that. Then we are gonna move on into the next wave. You can see that our wave 1 is already substantially faster at 197 AV. Now the real question is, can I get that 240 punchline? Please, I am begging. 240 punchline. Me sete 203. Alright, this is gonna be 216, 221. Okay, so with the power of the elation shield environment, we can in fact get ourselves the 240 punchline right here, which is going to be very, very good, right? So we are just gonna slap this on, and then he is gonna transform, and this is gonna be giga overkill because we still have one more EBA behind that we did not even use. So this would be the fastest AV change. We went from 30-ish AV to 70-ish AV to like now 160-ish AV clear on our E2S1 Silverwolf, which I would say is gonna be a substantial damage increase, right? If y'all thought E2 Phyton was crazy, bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, right? Okay, so this is gonna be done. I'm gonna skip. Okay, I don't think this really matters that much. So essentially, you deal more damage for your elation skill. That is pretty much it. So every single time you roar, you will have the additional punchline count multiplier by 5. I'm just gonna skip through this. You roar for more damage, right? So not much to explain over here. Okay, I am really wanting to looking forward for our E6 solo maxing, where you have 50% Merry Make multiplier, which once again, like I mentioned, this is essentially a completely separate damage multiplier comparable to that of true damage. So it is one of, if not the highest damage increments in Honkai Star Rail, because there are no factors that can make this like diminish in value. It is just like true damage. And on top of that, this passive over here, if they are resistant to Silverwolf, they will never be resistant to Silverwolf. So let's just say if we were to fight, right, Olumatron, which has built in 40% imaginary rest, this is not just a simple minus 20% rest, it brings them down from 40 all the way to 0. And if in the future they will release like some kind of like 80% imaginary rest, 100% imaginary rest enemy, this shit will bring all that to 0. So very nice for brute forcing content, generally speaking. Like if you want to compare this with, like, let's just say for example, right, back in my days, I also had this other E6 DPS that was meant to brute force content as well, and bros goes by the name of E6 Aggron, because you have all type rest pen, and if you were to break them, you deal lightning break damage. Absolutely exceptional. So that is basically how far we have gone in terms of our Eidolon improvements. We are just gonna jump straight into the E6S1, and then after this we are gonna be doing a full-on 48 cost E6S5 Silverwolf showcase against a normally Plight mode right here, right? So we are just gonna go, okay, E6, 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 E6. All right, did I say it right? Because I said E6. All right, so this is gonna come down. Quan is gonna scale. Quan is gonna out. Okay, E6, and then we are just gonna pop this back in over here. Question: do you think I should E6 a DPS? Personally, I would never ever spend that much money on a predatory gacha game. So, and then what to do? We are gonna activate this right now, which is gonna lead to our enhanced form. Let's just first see how much our Honkai damage is gonna be, because we do have the additional multiplier. Alright, Misete. Okay, so with the E6 and the E4, our enhanced elation skill went from 1 million to almost 3 million. So our elation skill damage straight up just tripled, which I would say is very considerable. And I'm guessing my EVA is probably going to be hitting very close to 3.5 million on the first wave, and that is before 120 hidden MMR as well, which we are about to get right here. Alright, this bomb is back down. Very nice. 150, instantly getting us to wave 2. This is gonna be the true damage at E6. Holy shit. So E6 Silverwolf turned our enhanced basic from 3.4 million to 5.4 million, which is essentially a 40% final damage increase, which I would say is going to be absolutely exceptional right here. And the chicken guy is literally just gonna die in 2 seconds. Now, there is one very, very unfortunate thing about this wave, which is they will die way too fast. So I can't even let go of the full burst of damage right here, because they die way too fucking fast. But that is going to be the power of an E6 S1 Silver Wolf. So with all that being said and done, we are just gonna jump straight into the final showcase, and that is going to be our Light Spender 48 cost Elation Sparksy flagship. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a stack. My last man, I low-key kind of just want to try Sustainless, because I think we should be having enough damage to do Sustainless. Because a wise man once said, if you cannot do Sustainless, you are in fact a motherfucking casual. Oh, wait, you're right, guys. Wait, Sustainless, well, you know what, chat? You are absolutely fucking right. Actually, it's not 48 costs, because, well, it's free. But, you know what? We can agree to disagree, right? So let's get ourselves Mr. Well. All right, without further ado, this is going to be our 48 cost minus Well Yang, because Well Yang is a free unit against Elvish Arc Lotus Plight mode. And the reason why we're not giving Well Acheron S5 is because that wouldn't be free, would it? Acheron S5 wouldn't be free, would it? And there it is, right? And there it is. So let's just get this right here. Ding, ding, ding. Yo, Lagoons. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Sun is sun. Alright. 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 Good amounts of damage. I'm gonna apply our... This is honestly a little bit awkward. Because Well hasn't applied his weightless yet, right? Well hasn't applied his weakness yet. I don't even know if Well can get a turn here actually. Okay, I'm just gonna let Well not apply weightless, and then we'll just apply this shit in phase 2 then. Because right now if I would apply, it's like a little bit wasteful. Right, it's like a little bit wasteful. So I'm just gonna go for this, and then we're just gonna get ourselves this. If one more guy tells me to run Eagle 4-piece, I will buff flip explode. Alright. Alright. Very, very good. Holy shit, that is a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay, we literally just instantly one-shotted the very first wave, which is absolutely absurd. Okay, this actually breaks up. So if Well Yang was to activate our ultimate right now... Oh my god, they do not get a turn, chat. They actually do not get a turn. And then we are just going to activate more and more delays from our elation skills. Holy shit, they straight up just die in 2 seconds, which is honestly a little bit silly. Okay, I don't even want to activate my Sparkle ultimate, because I think it's like... Oh wait, we can't activate Sparkle ultimate. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Because Sparkle got an extra turn. Yeah, Sparkle got an extra turn. Okay, that is absolutely ridiculous fucking amounts of damage. Also, bro, this Silver Wolf Ultimate's special icon is some global passive ass shit, bro. You can't even see it here, but like she does in fact have the special weakness. The main push weakness, if I can say so myself, right? So this is gonna come back down. And because we do hit 240, all this damage is gonna go back down. 16 million EBA. Absolutely fucking insane. 16 million EV. So bro just did 33 million damage at E6 S5, which is once again a little bit silly. And then Sparkle is just gonna slam everything back down. Very, very nice. very, very chill. Then, well, Yang, I'ma just go ahead and activate my skill right here. Okay. And Silver Wolf will... Yo, 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 yo. Oh, that was a little bit scary. Oh, that was a little bit scary. Oh, that was a little bit scary. Can we instant transform at 300? You're fucking shitting me! Brother. Brother. Bro. I mean, Sparksy did get hit with the global passive, but I think it should be fine. Because Arc Lotus herself actually doesn't really hit. So 168 punchlines will definitely give me the additional out from Yao Gui, as well as the punchlines from Silver Wolf. But because of Sparksy's E2, after our Aha instance, we get off the extra turn, which means Sparksy is actually going to die, guys. Sparksy is in fact going to die. Okay, wait, no, she's not gonna die because Silver Wolf is just gonna come in and fuck her giant ass cheeks right now. So that is gonna be a 169 AV 0 cycle Plight mode. I am gonna keep it a buck. Well, Yang did absolutely fucking nothing on the last stage because we didn't even manage to cast our goddamn ultimate. I am being so for real. EMC probably would have been better. Straight up. Maybe if we gave bro the Eagle 4-piece, right, then maybe we could have gotten an extra turn and we could have outsped. But bro, look at bro speed. Are you gonna build a 200 speed Well Yang to outspeed Yao Guang and Silver Wolf? No, right? Unless you have a 200 speed Well Yang. Let me know when you have that, right? So with that out of the way, we are gonna come to the end of our not even before, 1 versus $2,000 Silver Wolf with the low cortisol mode, low voice. Bleh. If you're gonna be pulling for her, leave down in the comments below. Smash a like and subscribe on the account stuff. Use code POKE for 10% off game yourselves. Join Discord. All the best for our gacha pulls, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Fuck your